the HORA, the Health Occupational Religion Act. So we do
But
license
not the
and
estheticians.
Estheticians.
Estheticians,
No.
I'm sorry.
the massage establishments are licensed by DCRA. We do inspect the establishments, and we license the professionals as well
Thank
as
you.
massage therapists. And that means that their education, their experience, and their clinical hours, all of those things are clearly defined, and their roles and responsibilities are clearly defined. And the Board of Massage Therapy meets once a month to oversee. They do approve the licenses. Also, they take disciplinary action against a massage therapist who violates any of the laws.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Steiner.
Councilmember Alexander, since I have been sitting on this board for the last couple of years, I have really been advocating to have a consideration for the aesthetics piece, or the estheticians, to be moved over into the health field. And the reason being is that because we are more progressive now as far as dealing with the skin, dealing with the epidermis and the dermis, we're close to the dermis, whereas it really needs to be considered as a part under the, considered to be regulated under health. As well as I wanted to just, for the record, indicate a couple of things that you had brought up in asking individuals here regarding the training that's going to be necessary, or that it should be necessary regarding the tattoo industry moving forward as far as you regulate for the District of Columbia. In consideration of best practices in ensuring that the public's best welfare and interest is taken in consideration, under the proposed regs that we are getting ready to finalize within the next couple of months, it clearly shows that we have taken strong consideration in making sure that each individual is going to have comprehensive training when it relates to dealing in health. For instance, with the certificate to become an apprentice, you must at least get 500 hours at a licensed school that then provides you with all of the issues dealing with airborne pathogens, microorganisms, to make sure that you understand exactly what you're dealing with and regarding to the skin composition. There are going to there will be hopefully 3 tiers of certification for a tattoo artist, whereas you would have the artist, the master tattoo artist, as well as the instructor. So in the comprehensive regulations that we have worked on, we will show you where we are seriously taking in consideration the health aspect as it relates to the public, as well as a lot of the comments that have been made here by the industry leaders that have been before you. Also, too, just for the record, I have asked you offline, so I would like to ask on the record that at some time in the very, very near future, that there will be a oversight hearing for the Board of Barber and Cosmetology. I believe that that is something that is needed, as well as you and your staff might want to take an opportunity to look at the handbooklets that are being circulated for the barber and cosmetology for the licensees, so that you can get a feel of what is, happening. But I appreciate you giving me a moment of your time and listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you. And we will have our performance oversight hearings. So any of the concerns that you have, please feel free, or anyone, to give me those concerns, and they will be coming up shortly with all of our performance hearings. So if there are some concerns, if there are some improvements or suggestions to be made, we can surely do it then. I just wanted to clarify that we're all on the same page. Do we all agree that the esthetician should be moved to the health department? And I see some no's there, Dr.
Okay, considering this, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but considering what the Board of Barber Cosmetology individuals have said they feel as though that it shouldn't be. I, as an esthetician who's out here in the industry, who has been working, and I could have others to attest to this fact when you have your performance hearing, that because of how the industry has changed, because how we are really affecting the actual skin, that can cause certain things like keloids and other things of importance that deals with an individual's health. It is not just cutting somebody's hair or curling somebody's hair. It is getting down into the actual skin that then is something more dealing with health-related issues that really need to be a major concern.
Is it your opinion that the tattoo artists and body piercing artists should be regulated by the Department of Health and licensed by the Department of Health? Actual artists?
I would actually, in my opinion, I would actually say that they should, because if you look at the best practices state that a lot of the tattoo artists or this industry is under health. However, we are prepared, because we have been working very diligently to be able to regulate this industry for the District of Columbia. But because it deals with the actual dermis, which is considered the live skin, and you are penetrating the skin, and you can cause keloids and other type of issues, that, you have to really be serious about public safety. And if you are, then, there has to be strong progressive measures that are taken in account when you're dealing with people's lives.
Dr. Waldo and Mr. Davis?
I'd like to have a further discussion with my colleague here to really make any kind of remarks on that. But the last thing that I want to say is in terms of the laser tattoo removal, that is another thing that we need to look at that seriously. Now it has expanded, and I have an article from Washington Post that I'd like to share with you, so that needs to be looked at as well.
Because for the laser
removal of tattoos.
Oh, okay.
That is a serious, because the medical profession look at that as a practice of medicine, but these things are happening all over the places. And
what type of business does the laser removal? Do the tattoo parlors also do that?
Laser companies, they set them up in malls, they set them up all over the places, and you go there, and the potential for harm is always there. And we are seriously concerned about how popular they have gotten, because now, there was this lady, for example, the Washington Post, who says, she had David tattooed on her body, but now she's marrying Daniel. So now she got to get removed, and she did it when she was 18, and it takes about 10 visits before you can even remove it. So you are being exposed to this radiation that has no oversight. We don't know what kind of radiation they are exposing the patients. So we are concerned about it. So it needs to be included in there, either prohibiting it by using by untrained people or having some standards set. Thank you.
Thank you.
What the doctor is saying is that if you look in the yellow pages or white pages or online, and you look at these laser surgery companies, they advertise the tattoo removal. And that is, and when you, like I said, when you're dealing with someone's skin, it's different than just, dealing with someone's hair. You're actually changing somebody's actual composite of their skin that then can cause serious health issues when it's not done properly. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would just like to say, for the record, the Board of Barber and Cosmetology has the esthetician feel under the board, and that's where we believe it belongs. So that's for the record.
And why do you believe it belongs there?
Because it's part of our profession. It always has been since the birth of Christ. Since Egyptian. Beautification has always been a part of our profession, and it's a specialty under our profession. We did extensive rulemaking on this through a two-tour license of one of the leading estheticians in this city, and so it was well vetted by the board, and again, it's part of our industry. Beauty, barbering, in terms of chemicals or whatever, that's all part of barbering collars. Barbers do permanent waves. They always have done. That's chemical. Sometimes if it's not done properly, it could go below the epidermis to the dermis to the subcutaneous layer. So we all have the same things pretty much in our textbooks of standard. Even though it might get a little more extensive, but that's where you go for more extensive training. Thank you.
And just to add to that, majority of all states have esthetician under the barber cosmetology's category. Yeah, and also that I would also say that the opinion of Ms. Steiner is not the opinion of the Department of Consumer Regulatory Affairs and or the Department of Health in regards to that specific issue.
Well, it looks like unanimous, well, not unanimous, the majority believe it should stay with the Department of Consumer and Regulatory Affairs with the Board of Cosmetology. Dr. Waldo, you wanted to state something further?
No, thank you for having this discussion.
Thank you all for your testimony. I look forward to the completion of your regulation. I do intend to mark up the legislation, and I'm really going to incorporate the Department of Health. Thank you so much, Dr. Waldo, for your addition on such short notice.
Thank you.
Thank you. If there are there any, thank you all for your testimony. Are there any other public witnesses that would like to testify? If there are none, this concludes today's public hearing on Bill 19-0221, the Regulation of Tattoo Artists and Body Piercing Artists Act of 2011. I would like to thank all of the witnesses for testifying today, and as a reminder of record, this will close on 5 p.m. December 28th. That's Wednesday, December 28th. The time is approximately 1:23, and we are adjourned. Thank you.